Yeah.
So just up the stairs, guys.
Thank you.
You want to go at the end? Where do you want to sit? Do you want me to go at the end? Okay.
The snakes!
Are they in the boat?
Not in the boat, sir, in the river!
Well, I don't mind if they're in the water.
Oh, you should, sir, because if you see a snake swimming in the Thames, it's supposed to be a terrible omen.
Right. Are you ready, Billy? We're about to set sail on the most historic and eventful river in the world.
I can't wait!
It's an ancient river,
Older than you?
older than England.
Oh, a Jurassic classic!
If it weren't for the Thames, there'd be no London.
And it's taking us under!
What?
Tower Bridge!
It's built by the late Victorians.
Not like the man who was laid back there!
Oh, and look, Billy, the Tower of London, built by William the Conqueror. Now, over 200 executions have taken place there, mostly by beheading.
Sir, only 7 executions have actually happened in there.
I don't know where you got that idea.
My Uncle Albert, he used to work. Do you see that white tower peeking over the trees?
Oh, yes.
And he says that's where most of the executions actually took place. Only the really special ones happened inside, like Anne Boleyn. She was taken through Traitor's Gate right there. If you use your imagination, you can almost hear it.
In what?
Her execution.
Anne Boleyn was the first Queen of England to be executed.
Yeah, and Catherine Howard.
She was only 19.
And the Countess of Salisbury.
Well, no, that's too crucial to talk about, Vicky.
I know, it took 10 blows of the axe to get her head off.
Got the idea? Yes, thank you, Billy.
Do you know my granddad knew the Cray twins?
The East End gangsters. Why am I not surprised? What's that got to do with the tower?
Well, the Cray twins were taken to the tower for a week, but bumped him off the army.
Well, maybe they should have joined the Navy and we could have waved them off the sea.
They could have gone in that big ship over their side.
Oh, HMS Belfast, the largest cruiser built for the Navy. Now, it was launched at the start of the Second World War.
And then it hit a mine. And it took 2 years to repair.
It was the first ship to fire at the Germans in the D-Day landings.
Actually, it fired the second round. My Uncle Bob was on it. He said it shook the ship so much it crashed the loo.
Oh, it was built in the same shipyard that built the Titanic.
That didn't go too well.
Well, it did, actually, but that's another story. Oh, look, Billy, the Shard! The tallest building in Britain.
What happens if the lift breaks down?
Oh, and coming up is London Bridge.
The most famous bridge in the world.
Well, except there's nothing famous about this modern one you see again. You see, the old London Bridge was sold to an American in the 1960s.
How much for?
$2.5 million.
That is more than I paid for a bridge.
Yes, it's now in Arizona.
What are they showing bridges in America?
Yes, this modern one was opened in 1973.
Gosh, I think that is pretty boring. They should pull it down like the Vikings did.
The Viking!
Yeah, my book says the Viking King Omar tied cables from his boat to the bridge. So as they rowed down the river, they tore the bridge down. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
The old London bridges had houses on them.
But the houses often caught fire.
Yes, one fire started in 1213, and crowds of people ran for safety onto the bridge.
But the wind picked up, and over 3,000 people were burned or drowned. Sir, if you could choose, would you rather be burned or drowned?
Not me.
I think I'd rather be burned than have to learn that.
Billy. Oh, look, there's Cannon Street Station. Right now, before you get excited, there aren't any actual cannons.
But there was a bomb that went off as a train left the station in the 70s.
Luckily, the train was empty.
Not so lucky for the 8 people injured on the train beside it. But at least they weren't damaged. I don't think it's listening to women fighting in the streets or teachers roaring their students.
They do what?
They were just then in the river.
Oh, no, it's not dumping. You mean ducking. Yes, a poor woman would be strapped to a chair and lowered into the river.
Thousands of people like us would come and watch.
Sometimes, a poor woman was accused of being a witch, and she'd be thrown into the river.
What happens if she floats?
She's guilty and hanged.
What happens if she drowns?
She's innocent.
Well, she's dead.
Oh, yes, British justice wasn't quite up to speed.
It still isn't, sir.
Oh, look, Billy, Millennium Bridge.
You mean the wobbly bridge?
No, be sensible, Billy. This was the first new bridge built over the River Thames for 100 years.
They had to close it after 2 days because it wobbled so much. It made people sick.
Yes, but then they fixed it.
Yes, it only took them 2 years.
Oh, Billy. Are you okay?
No, sir. I've got that sinking feeling.
You're a bit seasick.
We're all sinking!
Sinking? Oh, should we get off the boat?
I'm not the boat, sir. This corner of England is actually sinking into the water.
Is it really?
Yeah, my auntie Claire says we're sinking about 2 feet every 100 years.
Well, that's every 50 years.
Well, that's an inch every week.
Well, no, not every week, Billy. Every, 4 years.
We're sinking an inch every 4 years. I'm only 5'2".
Oh, no. Billy, stand still. Stand still. Sometimes it's nice to stand still. Oh, like the Thames did when it was frozen.
Frozen! I love Frozen. Have you seen it? Yeah? Have you seen Frozen? Do you know? I've actually seen it 23 times!
Let it go, Billy. Let it go. But 23 times is the same number of times this river has frozen.
Could you walk on the ice?
Walk on it, they play football.
Chelsea!
Yes, there was bull baiting and bear baiting.
Was there tinder baiting?
He pulled on a coach by 6 horses.
Very nice.
There was even a fox hunt.
Was there a teacher?
The ice was more than a foot thick.
You know, some of my teachers are more than a foot thick.
But when the ice broke up, it broke up suddenly.
Survive!
Careful, Billy, you might be swept into a sewer!
Oh, that's disgusting! So is that what they're building over there?
Yep.
A sewer?
It's about time they built a new one.
Well, do you know, the Romans used this river as a sewer.
Trust you to know that.
Over the years, they built factories and slaughterhouses.
Thank you, Billy.
And then poured all their waste into the Thames.
Oh, yes, but then the Victorians sorted it out.
Not before this river grew disgusting. My book says Queen Victoria was taking a cruise down the river like we are now, but had to turn around after a few minutes because the smell was so terrible.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And when the sun hit the river, it gave off a terrible smell.
Disgusting.
Until in the summer of 1858, there was a great stink. The big pond! The immense stench! Now you understand the 2-metre rule.
Yes, thank you, Billy.
You know, even Parliament could smell it, so now it was affecting the posh people. They decided to do something about it and got a sewage system which still exists today. In fact, my Uncle Sid wrote a song about it.
Right, well, we don't need to hear it now.
We do. Came from your reveal of tree in the Thames. It started with the road. The road was round the bend. From down the lane to downstairs, the Thames is gonna drain. It's time I come to take a sniff and smell the rotten rain. But the Thames can be a cesspool in the city. And that's why every Londoner can sing this ditty. Boy!
Well done, Billy. Congratulations. You've just done an entire song all about who? Oh, now, but Billy, you see that building up ahead, just past the bridge, before the building with the clock? Now that is the Savoy Hotel, built on the site of the Savoy Palace, one of the greatest houses ever built. I wish you could have seen it.
But us peasants destroyed it in a present revolt.
Yes, indeed you did, in 1381.
That's why family would have been revolting.
Was there anything like you?
Hey, all we want is a fair day's pay for a fair day's day's work.
That's all right.
We weren't to steal anything, because stealing is not allowed.
Yes, but you did smash up the palace. One rider stole a silver goblet.
I told you stealing was not allowed.
Ah, so this is the thief, is it?
Yes, this is the one.
Right, and what did you do with him?
Well, we killed him.
What?
Yeah, threw him into the pool.
Well, the bicycle, he takes the chances. We still have right today in London, Day. Some things just never change.
Oh, I know, sir.
Now, Billy, you see that on the list?
You mean that big pointy stuff?
That big pointy stone, it's Cleopatra's Needle, brought to London in 1877.
Except my book says it was really tough. Carved in Egypt 1,000 years before Cleopatra even existed.
It was the Victorians who discovered it.
Yeah, you mean they nicked it?
The Egyptians made a gift of it.
You mean they nicked it?
Well, the 6 seamen died bringing that to London.
Ooh, the pass of toughness.
Dead seamen are remembered on a plaque.
They will get things
To celebrate our victory over Napoleon in Egypt.
a memorial to the people who nicked it. I wonder what else we Brits nicked.
There was all sorts of crime on this river, Billy.
Oh, I know, sir. Dealers would use their bugboats.
Sorry, then what?
Their bugboats.
What nonsense.
Yeah, it's a small wide boat used to carry stuff to the shore.
Right, are you just trying to get me to say the word?
With us, it's and the
A scuffle.
yes.
This was actually a scuffle. I have no alternative a scuffle.
Oh, yes, I have.
Oh no, they haven't.
Oh, yes, they have.
Oh no, they haven't.
Oh, yes, they have.
Who here has heard of a scuffle hooker?
I think she has, sir.
No, don't get cheeky with me over there.
Well, a scuffler pretended to be a porter who then ran off with your stuff, and the fraudulent
The
lookers
fortunate London.
worked with the long apron.
Well, that is utter nonsense. You see that golden eagle over there? Now that is a memorial to the men and women of the Royal Air Force who fought during the First World War.
They wanted to put it outside Westminster Abbey, but the Abbey said no.
Now it's made up of captured enemy guns and shells that have been melted down.
But I think they should melt down all guns.
Yes, I don't think the Ministry of Defence will be too pleased about that. That's their building there with the green roof. Now it still has King Henry VIII wine cellar underneath.
Well, that explains a lot.
Oh, Billy, you see that black statue in front of Parliament? Now that is a black statue to a great queen.
Cinnabla.
No, Queen Boudica.
Boudica. I've never heard of Queen Boudica.
No, not Boudica. Boudica.
It's Queen Boudica.
No, Queen Boudica was the leader of the Iceni tribe, and she attacked Roman London. The Romans fled, and the Britons who stayed were shown no mercy. They're still uncovering skeletons of bodies which have been beheaded!
Oh, and also about Westminster Bridge.
Ah, yes, Westminster Bridge.
Do you know my book says you could be hanged for damaging Westminster Bridge? Yeah, by the gorgeous Georgian.
Well, we're not damage it then, Billy. Or indeed, Parliament.
Well, no, a bit too late, sir, because the original Parliament was found in 1884, so they had to use this new one.
Yes, and once, they even tried to win that.
Oh no, the gunpowder plot is 1605.
Yes, but they didn't manage it, and Guy Fawkes was caught on the 4th of November.
So, it's remember, the 5th of November.
Oh, well, you're right, Billy. And you're wrong. See, Guy Fawkes was caught just before midnight on the 4th of November. And after being questioned by the king, he was taken down to the Tower of London and tortured. He suffered for 2 days. Before he then told the truth and was executed.
So, the moral of the story is, never tell the truth. The people in this building about that.
Guy Fawkes was executed just behind Parliament in Old Palace Yard. So that's where traitors were hung, drawn and quartered. So, first you're hanged until you're nearly dead.
At least you're gonna die.
Then, while you're still alive, you're cut open and have your insides pulled out.
You are pulling my leg.
No, I'm pulling on your organs, burning them in front of you, or feeding them to dogs.
Oh, I love dogs.
Then I am chopping off your head, pieces.
I think you're enjoying this a little bit too much, sir.
And that's what happened to the 4 gunpowder potters just behind that building.
Did they do that to Guy Fawkes?
No, Guy had been tortured so badly that he jumped from the scaffold to make sure he broke his neck and didn't have to suffer.
Clever guy.
Now you see behind those trees over there, that is Lambeth Palace. Now that's where Archbishop Cranmer forced Anne Boleyn to confess her treason to King Henry VIII just 3 days before she was executed.
But Margaret says when Mary Tudor became queen, she had Cranmer burnt to death.
Which just goes to show, Billy,
I like the currents in the Thames, sir. What
goes around, comes around. Be good, which has brought us back to Parliament, where powerful people come to rule. Like, Julius Caesar, and now it's believed it was a Westminster and Julius Caesar. No, a very big elephant. Well, back in those days, the river was a lot wider than it is now, and much shallower. In fact, there were even islands which made it easier to cross.
And then if we got injured in that battle, we could just go and get treated to that hospital right there.
Oh yes, St Thomas's, named after the Archbishop of Canterbury, Thomas Becket.
Oh, he was hacked to death for causing trouble again.
Was indeed, yes, which has nothing to do with the Thames.
Which is where you're wrong, sir, because after King Henry had Thomas hacked to death, he actually vowed to do good deeds and have London Bridge rebuilt in stone.
And it's at St Thomas's where Florence Nightingale set up her nursing school to the sick.
Oh, like Boris Johnson.
Yes, Boris Johnson was treated at St Thomas's until the nurses made him better.
Well, no, they didn't.
Well, yes, they did.
But they didn't.
But I think it was fantastic. In fact, he actually invited me to this great party in town. Oh look, now Boudica, after she had destroyed Rome, the Romans rebuilt it. Now all along the river, there are around 600 feet.
Margaret says there was nothing a Roman liked more than the rum.
What's garum?
Oh, it is a delicious.
I like the sound of this.
They made it using fish they actually caught in the Thames.
You know me, I love a bit of fish.
You're gonna love this then, sir. First, they would take a head. They rip out its guts.
Okay.
Mix the blood, gills and intestines into a jar. Season with salt and pepper. And then leave in the sun for up to 3 months until the rotten fish guts have liquefied.
I think I'm going to be sick.
It makes any meal a delight.
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard, really.
Have you dying on fruit salt?
Yes, I was. Let's hope we make it back in one piece.
One does.
What do you mean?
Margaret says an Victorian pleasure steamer called the Princess Alice was routing down the Thames like we are now when it saw a huge pirate ship coming straight towards it.
Well, haven't they seen each other?
The captain of the Alice cried out, "Where are you coming to, good heavens? Where are you coming to?"
What, did she manage to swerve?
The car passed straight into the Alice with very slow.
Did she sink?
And 700 people. This time.
What? Woman.
She was indeed something else. 10 years later, Elizabeth's bride became the third victim. Jack the Ripper. So much tragedy on this Thames, sir.
Yes, and it was bad during the war, Billy. In World War II, the Germans came with planes and bombs. On moonlit nights, the Thames was a silver ribbon of light, guiding the enemy bombers towards the city.
My uncle Bill says fire bombs tell them to stop.
Ships and barges were set ablaze.
You can see the flames for miles around.
But the bombers came again.
Oil covered the water.
Rum and paraffin added to the heat. The whole of the river was burning.
The Germans bombed again and
They
again.
attacked without cause for 57 nights. There was war on the water as well as the land. See, you see up ahead, that bridge. What do you think that is? Oh, it is indeed, yes! Waterloo Bridge. No, Waterloo Bridge was mostly built by women.
Yes! In fact, my Army King was one of them. You see, exactly where I take my bus.
You better be careful, Billy. A writer named George Markham was catching his bus up on Waterloo Bridge.
Well, that's not a crime.
He's criticised the Bulgarian government.
That's not a crime.
Yes, but the Bulgarian government didn't like it.
So what?
So, a Bulgarian secret agent stabbed him in the leg.
How? What's that going to do?
It wasn't an ordinary umbrella, Billy. No. On the tip was a pellet containing poison, which was fired into his leg.
Hey, did that hurt?
Oh, it didn't just hurt. It killed him.
Big
No,
difference.
I said it
Massive
killed him. Very good. And the killer has never been caught. In fact, they could be on this boat here today.
I think this is an intriguing man in the glasses.
Yes, very fishy, Billy. Very fishy indeed.
Talking of pictures, did you happen to see the picture of that whale that got lost in the Thames?
Well, he was a lucky one, Billy. About 100 years in Georgian times, London was a whaling port.
Oh, okay.
Well, hundreds of whales were killed in the port of London. His name was the White Whales. Yes, in fact, he melted down to get soaked in it. Parts of the whale's mouths were used to hold them in skirts and underwear.
Well, did the government try and stop it?
But the government gave companies more money to kill more whales. So whale oil is right on our streets.
What, whale oil in my street?
Yes, and in our homes, fat from the head of sperm whales was used to make candles.
Did people object?
Well, they objected. The smell of rotting flesh. They were chopping the whales up on the tops. Billy, speaking of disgusting things, did you know that there was once a great plague in London?
What? Like the plague we've just had?
The Great Plague of 1665. Thousands of people came to the Thames. Yes, they locked themselves in ships and boats just like these to protect themselves.
But did they realise the plague came from the fleas who lived on the rats, who lived in those ships? What?
So where's the last place you want to be, Billy?
I was going to say on the River Thames Snack.
Billy, but you were right the first time. Yes, the rats loved the river. So the plague spread amongst the boats, killing those on board, and a quarter of London died.
Now that. Sir, I'm actually really hungry. Where are we going to go for my prize-winning lunch?
I don't know, Billy. I'll buy you a sandwich.
That's so boring, sir. We could go to the Oxo Tower. It's advertised right there.
Oh, no, don't be silly, Billy. No one's allowed to advertise on the Thames.
Oh, but I didn't, sir. Oxo said, it is just the pattern of the windows. Just an amazing coincidence. They would never dream of advertising.
Oh, those cheeky monkeys.
Oh, no.
Oh, now, Billy, just coming into view is the dome-top building of St Paul's Cathedral. Now, did you know that the original St Paul's burnt down in the Great Fire of London, along with 13,000 homes? Ah, there it is.
There it is, sir. Oh, but that must have made a lot of people homeless.
It did indeed. 100,000 people were left without their homes.
Do you know, after the fire, the children would sing and join in if you know it. London's burning, fetch the engines, fire, 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 pour a water.
Oh, very good, Billy.
Thank you, sir. Oh, how many died after the Great Fire of London?
You know what, Billy? I'll let you guess.
Ooh, 10,000.
Not quite.
20,000.
I remember the fire did last for 5 days.
50,000.
Oh, nearly.
Oh, does anyone have any guesses? Any guesses?
Guesses?
Have you had a guess? 1 million?
Not quite.
Not quite. Any more guess? 2 million?
Not quite.
Okay, I have one more guess. Here we go. 6.
It is right.
You're lying.
I'm not lying, Billy. 6 people. Congratulations.
You are
Fantastic.
so clever. That's what brains.
Fantastic. Yes, there may have been more, but only 6 people. In fact, there are more people are going to have fallen off the monument to the Great Fire of London than in the actual fire itself.
So unlucky, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And that brings us back to to Blackfriars Bridge.
Yes. Now, did you know that there was a man called Roberto Calvi who was found hanging on the Blackfriars Bridge in 1982?
Oh, glory.
Yes, he had $14,000 and 5 bricks in it.
Oh, how much were the bricks worth?
He worked for the Vatican in Rome.
Was he killed by the mafia?
5 people went on trial for Calvi's murder.
Or did they have them?
No, they were all set free.
Set free.
Yeah, so I guess we'll never know who killed God's bank. How could it? Something I've always wondered about that. It's a great thing. Why did they leave them in the river?
Well, they were built so well, they actually couldn't get out. Even if everything my uncle liked.
Your whole family built the whole of the town.
Very much so.
The school has that many chairs, really?
Oh, what's the take modern? It doesn't look very modern.
Well, that's because it's a museum of modern art and a sweet place to go.
Oh, why's that?
Well, it's because it was named after Henry Tate, who funded it from the profits of his sugar.
Do you think I am sweet, Mr. Spine?
You are definitely an acquired taste, Billy.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Billy, you see that building with the thatched roof, the white building?
Okay.
Now, that is the Globe Theatre, home of William Shakespeare.
My book says the original Globe was the theatre.
Yes, of course, it was a theatre, Billy.
I think so. It was a theatre called the theatre.
No, there was more than one theatre.
William Shakespeare worked in a theatre called the theatre over there, and he's even going to share in it.
No, it's not over there, Billy. It's clearly over there. That's where it
Yes,
is.
but it was over there until the owner man wanted his land back and was going to take the theatre with him. So, when this Globe went haunted, the actors crept along the river, took the wooden building down, carried it all the way back across the river, and built a new and much bigger theatre there called the Globe.
Oh, that's very clever.
And then it burned to the ground when a theatrical cannon set the roof on fire.
Oh, yes, but then they built it again.
And then the Puritans pulled it down. They were even more miserable than you, sir.
Ah, yes, but then the British built it again.
The Brits didn't care. It was actually an American called Sam Wanamaker.
Oh, well, Sam Wanamaker must have been proud to see it built then.
He died broken.
Is there any good news you can tell me?
Yes.
Okay.
In Shakespeare's plays,
Yes.
75 people
Yes.
die. Some have their eyes plucked out, or get ripped apart by the mob, or buried up to their necks and left to starve, and even baked in a pie. And he also wrote comedies. Laugh a minute with old Bill.
And you've seen all of these plays, have you, Billy?
Oh no, sir, I've just read them, but I would love to see a play.
But you've never seen a play?
No?
Oh, well, maybe I should organise a school trip then.
Wouldn't that be amazing? I love that, sir.
And speaking of old Bill, did you know that the Thames Police is the first regular police force in the country?
Oh, I know, so it's because this river needs such a great place to fly. It's actually where the song Crowley River doesn't come.
Very good. I guess it was sung by Justin Timberlake.
You could be arrested for a joke like that.
Oh, well, yes, some criminals did end up in the Thames, Billy, in prison ships.
Were they in horrible holes?
No, they were prison ships used to hold convicts.
They don't sound very nice.
No, they weren't. Thousands were forced to work by day and are chained up on the ships at night. Sometimes 5 or 6 of them all at once.
Sounds a little bit like school. But at least they weren't left in the print.
What?
Yeah, the kid was built in the 12th century, making it one of the oldest and most horrible prisons in England.
The church had something to say about that then.
Oh yes, the Archbishop says you should only be allowed to whip people with rods and bells.
I guess that's a comfort.
This is lovely to know. They've got you back when they're whipping it.
Billy. Oh, no, Billy, you see that scaffold up ahead?
Oh yeah.
You see that wooden ship just next to it?
Oh yeah.
Now that's it's a golden hind. A Sir Francis Drake sailed around the world in that little ship.
Not exactly.
Really? Is there any part of history you want me
I would argue with Pretty get right.
So Francis Street, yes?
Yes.
Sailed around the world between 1577 and 1580, yes?
Yes.
In that ship.
No, you sailed the Golden Hind around the world.
Really, that is the Golden Hind.
That is not the Golden Hind. That is actually a copy of the Golden Hind. Now, in 1971, the original was brought to London by visitors like us, shipped bits off for souvenirs, until there was absolutely nothing left.
Oh, it's very clever.
I know.
Oh, well, you know more about the Thames than I do.
Well, you can thank my family for that, sir.
Oh, look, we're coming back to London Bridge. Now, mind your heads, everyone.
Why?
Because London Bridge is famous for its 7 heads. Britain's wondrous heights.
Well, this was the first. His head was put on a spike and left to rot.
Yes, and more were to follow.
Like Thomas More.
Oh, very good.
One visitor in Tudor England counted 30 heads.
Yes, one of them was a nun who said that Henry VIII would die as he married Anne Boleyn. So, Henry kindly had her executed and her head put on.
Well, that's not very nice.
Yes, she's the only woman to end up on London Bridge.
You try to line them.
I think we're safe from that. Okay. You know something? I'm actually glad the government saved that option.
Safety. The government wanted to scrap it. My Uncle Bob joined the campaign to save it.
Oh, well, good for him. Now, you see that Victorian bridge coming up ahead? Tower Bridge. Now, that is the only bridge along the River Thames.
I know, and in 1952, it opened when a bus was still on it.
Well, how do you know that?
My Uncle Albert was driving.
Well, of course he was. How long did he stop for then?
Stop. He put his foot on the gas and drove the bus straight over the 6-foot gap. He's actually where the expression, made the gap, doesn't come from. He used to tell me about yes. There are more underground channels under the Thames than under any other river in the world. Yes, my uncle had the tram tunnel, which still exists under us today, like a ghost tunnel.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
You would have said because when you can see the walls with the town.
Spooky, Billy.
Very spooky.
Oh, look, Billy, we're back at the Tower of London.
Oh, and that's very good, sir, because I actually haven't told you one very important fact about the tower from my book.
Oh, kings and queens used to live there.
More important.
If the ravens ever leave the kingdom, will.
The most important fact there is.
Ice creams cost £5.
Sir, no. The Tower of London
Yes, no.
was the first building in England
Go on.
to have its own loo.
The first toilet was in there.
In fact, there were two.
Oh, I guess you're pulling my chain.
Good one, sir. Actually, you can see where the poo came out.
Oh, really, where?
And along some of the channels, there's a hole. Water from the river would fill up the boat. So, whenever anyone went to the toilet, the poo just blocked in. So, if you were really lucky, you might have seen a royal king making its way down the river until...
You can be quite disgusting, Billy. That's the old City Hall. That's where the Mayor of London used to run London from.
Oh, like Dick Whittington, he was Mayor of London.
Yes, it was, and I guess it was a little bit of a pantomime in there. Now, we're just coming back to Dead Man's Stairs. You see that blue railing just under the arch of Tower Bridge?
Oh yeah, when this boat moves, I reckon I'll see it.
Yes, that is Dead Man's Stairs, Billy.
Oh, and why is it called Dead Man's Stairs?
Well, because if someone drowns in the River Thames, the tide, the current often wash their body up to those stairs.
We should fish one out.
I know, Billy, we should.
But in Georgian times, you can make 25p from any wood you fished out the river. Oh, I claim this one.
No, Billy, that one over there is still alive.
Oh.
So sorry,
Well,
sir.
that's right.
We'd be alright if the wind was in our sails. We'd be alright if the wind was in our sails. We'd be alright if the wind was in our sails. And we'll all hang on behind. And we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind.
That was a nice sea shanty, sir.
Thank you, Billy. Unfortunately, it's not a very nice story.
Oh,
Some people believe it was originally sung by African Americans on the enslaved.
but not on the Thames.
Well, we are cruising along a river from which hundreds of slave ships sailed to Africa.
What they bought enslaved people here.
Well, most were taken across the ocean, but hundreds were brought to London. Well, some escaped, and others were sold along the river.
Roll up the tide.
Quite the worst, Billy. Brazil and Portugal transported more people as slaves. We were the second. We brought nearly 3.5 million Africans to the coast.
Did anyone try and stop it?
Well, William Wilberforce did, and Captain African fought back when they could. And of course, everyone's heard of Ignatius Santos. Well, he was actually called onto a slave ship, brought to London, where he became an opponent of slavery and rape. Yes, and imagine allowed it Guyana actually caught this freedom, told everyone about this song.
And what's the song?
Slave ship that allowed So the crew threw 142 Africans just to save them. Slavery was then abolished in 1807.
Well, were the slave owners punished?
No. It was all perfectly legal back then, Billy. The slave owners were in fact compensated.
British justice.
Now, Billy, up ahead, it's a sign that says Oliver's Wharf. Now that marks the town of Ramsgate Pub. And that's where Captain Bligh and Fletcher Christian met for one final drink before they embarked on their fateful voyage on the Bounty.
Oh, what fateful voyage!
Well, Fletcher Christian took over the ship. It was known as the Mutiny on the Bounty.
You like saying that, sir.
Yeah, I do actually.
And say it again.
Right. The Mutiny on the Bounty.
One more time. Turn off.
Oh.
All right, everyone, let's help him out.
Mutiny on the Bounty.
Do you know what, sir?
Yes?
I reckon you make a great pun.
You really?
You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I had a sneaky look in the bag, and I
Okay.
saw 2 pirates.
Okay.
Let's put him on and pretend to be pirates.
All right.
Who else wants to be a pirate?
Oh, well, we've got a few here. Right, well, then we first have to learn how to speak.
Just oh, all right. I've got a good one.
Yes.
Shiver me timbers.
Let's all say that. Shimmer me timbers! Now that's when the ship is hit by a cannon and the mast on the ship will shake.
Oh, you scurvy knave. Let's all say that.
You scurvy knave! Now scurvy is a disease, and if you're a knave,
I'm sorry, you're a scurvy knave. Oh, you are definitely a scurvy knave. Avast ye, lad lover. Let's all say that.
Avast ye, lad lover! Now that means stop there, you clumsy person.
Oh, how about a hairy willy?
What?
A hairy willy.
Oh, you can't say hairy Willy, Billy.
I call dried fish.
I think we'll skip the hairy Willy, Dilly, and I will show you my slops.
You're going to show us your poo.
No, slops are what sailors wore.
Oh, poo. No wonder they were smelly.
No, slops are what sailors called trousers. And did you know that sailors were among the first people to wear trousers?
Give us your slops, or we'll maroon you all on a deserted island.
Careful, Billy. Now, pirates who were caught ended up at execution. It's that building over there, marked with an E above the 3 red balconies.
What happened to execution, Doc?
Well, a lot of things happened, Billy. Would you like to know?
I would.
Right, first, we will hang you up
She's getting it in the neck.
Then we'll cover your body in tar.
Ooh, ta-ra!
Then we'll lock you in a cage called a gibbet.
Just the ticket.
Then we'll lower you into the Thames until 3 tides have washed over you.
Do you know what? At least you got a wash.
That is true, Billy.
How did that all happen over there?
It did indeed. Very spooky indeed. Oh,
Very
now,
indeed,
Billy,
sir.
would you like to learn the pirate song?
Yes, I love the
Okay,
pirate song,
let's get
everyone.
clapping, everybody! Here we go, sing along, and you know the words. Oh, 15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Drink with the devil, be done for the rest. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Yo heave ho, and a very well. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. 10 pounds people roll to hell. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Very good, everybody. Right, now Billy, it's time to learn some rules.
Oh, come on. Punch and have rules, rules, don't we?
Haven't you heard of the pirate articles?
What are the pirates' articles?
Lights out at 8 o'clock.
Oh, but we want to watch Love Island.
No playing cards for money.
What about our Pokemon cards?
And no women are allowed on the ship when we set sail.
Well, that's it then, all women.
If you disobey, you'll be punished.
Yes, we'll make you walk the plank.
Well, no one actually had to.
Oh, well, where do we all get our parrots?
Well, I sold them.
Ah,
Yes, pirates make good money selling their parrots. And then there's the blacks. Pizza black bar, brother, piece of paper.
okay, I'm not scared of a piece of paper.
Oh, well, yes, sure. If you receive the right book, it means that we are all going to be away.
Excuse me, this back spot's for me because I'm off to get my treasure map. What? What a treasure map? Sounds like that.
There's only one pirate actually left with a buried dead treasure.
Who's that?
Captain Kidd.
Was it just like me?
Captain Kidd.
Oh, yes, take me
Captain Kidd was caught. He was placed in a car and paraded up to execution yard. Spirits up, It was indeed him. He spoke his last words and blamed everyone for his situation. A noose was placed around his neck. School was kicked out underneath him, but the rope so he was having it. And be changed through the sea. It's very drunk when he died, then. He certainly wasn't. Oh, and I know a song all about that. Would you like to sing it? Would you all like to sing it as well? I'm sure you know the words. Drunken sailor, Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor. Shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. Okay. Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. Till he's so good, put him in a longboat till he's so far along. Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. Stick him in a scupper with a hosepipe bottom. Stick him in a scupper with a hosepipe bottom early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. That's what we do with a drunken sailor. That's what we do with a drunken sailor. Early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. Way, hey, and up she rises, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. look at that, Billy, we're back.
Aw.
And do you know,